Hello, my name is Kyu-Sun Choi. Today, I'll be presenting my research on the moderating effects of regional characteristics and dynamic capabilities. This presentation will provide insights into how different regional settings influence the effectiveness of corporate capabilities in driving new product success. Thank you for joining this presentation, and let's begin with an overview. These are the contents. Okay, introduction. As for introduction, you can see from here, unbalanced growth in South Korea has led to decreased spatial efficiency and significant social issues, especially in overcrowded capital regions. There's also a growing industry gap between the capital and non-capital areas, particularly in tech capabilities and startups. And this industrial gap is my focus for this research. This slide discusses challenges from concentration of resources in capital region and its impact on development. Concentration in metropolitan areas reduces regional competitiveness and hinders national development in various ways. According to the resource-based view, RBV theory, long-term firm performance differences are due to varying resources and capabilities. To put it shortly, this study explores how innovation capabilities affect firm performance, focusing on differences between capital and non-capital regions. The goal is to guide efficient government support and enhancement policies. The key capabilities examined here include dynamic R&D and technology commercialization and network capacity. The study aims to understand the relationship between new product performance and innovation capabilities, and also regional differences in impact of these capabilities on performance as well. I hope these insights will help policymakers optimize firm performance through tailored innovation strategies. In exploring R&D capabilities as a key independent variable, seminar work highlight their significance like this. And the next one, dynamic capabilities, DC, is another key independent variable. The definitions and references are shown in this slide. Next, I examine technology commercialization capability, TCC. It is said that successful technology transfer processes and integrating R&D outcomes significantly enhance firm performance and innovation. Moving on to network capacity, NC, the definition and references are here. Next, we discuss new product development, NPD. It is very well-known term, so you might all know this concept. It is very commonly used as dependent variable. And market performance, you might all know that as well. Okay, let's move on to my research hypothesis. First, I hypothesized that R&D capabilities have a positive effect on NPD, and dynamic TCC and net NC also positively affect NPD. And lastly, I hypothesized that DC moderate the relationship between R&D capabilities and NPD as hypothesis 5. Let's move on to 6. For hypothesis 6, I posit that NPD positively influences market performance. Moving on to my next hypothesis, 7, 8, 9, and 10, and 11, I try to measure all the innovation capabilities will affect market performance via NPD. So what I'm saying is I try to look at if there is any mediating effects of new product development. So together they will enhance NPD, and this is my hypothesis. Let's examine hypothesis 12. The firm's locations will moderate the effect of each research hypothesis pathway. I try to explore the differences in performance and strategic priorities between firms in capital and non-capital regions. Next, I also consider the combination effects of regional location on firm capabilities and performance. This hypothesis suggests that there could be different combination effect between capital and non-capital regions. So as you can see above, as I told you, this study uses RBV theory to set up a research model with three main goals. First, try to have a look at how innovation capabilities like R&D, DC, TCC, and NC impact market performance through NPD. Second, I'm trying to look at and try to understand the mediating effects of these capabilities and how they relate to each other. Lastly, I'm comparing these factors influence companies in both capital and non-capital regions. And second research model is like this. And in here, I'm aiming to see if there are any differences between companies in capital and non-capital region. In a way that I try to figure out the best combination of these capabilities, and that might be different from each region. As for the research methodology, it involves analyzing the net and combined effect of corporate performance determinants from the perspectives of mid-level or higher. Firstly, I employ smart PLS to analyze the net effect of independent variable. Secondly, I utilize FSQCA, fuzzy set qualitative comparative analysis to examine the combined effect of variables and try to identify complex solutions and relationships. Through these methodologies, I aim to identify conditions affecting corporate performance from the viewpoint of middle or higher management steps. This slide outlines the operational definitions and sources of our key variables, and this one as well. Here's a quick summary of our key variables and definitions. As for data collection and sample characteristics, I conducted a survey from January 18th to 21st, 2022. The target sample was managers or higher in domestic corporate businesses. After excluding 20 invalid responses due to their missing answers or something, I analyzed 357 valid responses using SPSS version 25.0 and Smart PLS version 4.0 and FSQCA. All right, let's move on to construct concept validation. In essence, my constructs demonstrated strong reliability and validity, which ensures that the measurement item is accurately reflect the research model. Let's talk about the redundancy test for our model as I use this high order construct. This test evaluates relationship between first order constructs, lower order constructs like production, manufacturing, and marketing capacities, and the high order construct of TCC. These research indicate that my constructs are both reliable and valid. So I can say for sure that model reflects a robust measurement model. Now let's review the collinearity statistics for our lower order construct. First, I check for multi-collinearity among the indicators of production, manufacturing, and marketing capacities. The VIF values were all below 5.0, which means there were no significant multi-collinearity issues. This confirms that the indicators are all independent of each other. Finally, let's discuss the VIF for my higher order construct and its effect size. As you can see from here, it all passes the requirements. This slide covers the validation of construct concepts. Again, in summary, my research model construct have achieved both reliability and validity. And you can see from here, Funnel and Locker criterion, it meets all those criteria. Let's wrap up with our construct concept validation result. First, I use PLS predict analysis, and it shows a positive Q-square predict values, and RMSE values from the PLS SLM were smaller than those from the LM model, and which means it is very highly predictive in the Okay, let's go through the hypothesis verification results for capital and non-capital regions. In capital region, DC and NC significantly impact MPD, while R&D and TCC do so in non-capital regions, whereas mediating effects of MPD varies by region. So I can say that regional context is crucial in understanding the influence of capabilities on MPD and market performance. The research shows that impact of R&D, DC, and TCC on MPD and MP varies significantly between capital and non-capital regions, as you can see from this figure. This is each process and research result of the multi-group analysis. First of all, MICOM procedure, it all passes the procedure. All in all, the result of the multi-group analysis shows that the location significantly moderates the impact of R&D, DC, and TCC on MPD and MP. Significant differences were found in several hypotheses, as much as 6 pathways, H1, 3, 5, 7, 9, and 11 respectively, which indicates that regional context plays a crucial role. Next, I conducted the FSQCA. Why I did that? Because it overcomes PLS limitations by analyzing the combined effect of various innovation capacities. Dive into the FSQCA result. The analysis shows that no matter where a company is located, boosting key capabilities like DC, R&D, manufacturing, and production marketing, and NC significantly improves MPD. So I can say every construct is very, very important and essential. In both capital and non-capital regions, manufacturing, production, marketing, and R&D are crucial if you see this truth table. But somewhat a little difference is made. So this is the detailed interpretation of the FSQCA result. Also, I did an IPMA test, and it shows that the TCC is the most important factor for MPD in capital region, while R&D capabilities are crucial in non-capital regions. So all variables perform above 50%, and which means their effectiveness is very, very good for this model. To enhance MPD, the companies should focus on TCC in capital regions, whereas R&D capabilities in non-capital regions. Okay, conclusion. My findings first shows that dynamic and R&D capabilities don't directly impact MPD in capital regions, but enhancing them can still boost sales and revenue. This means internal capabilities might not be as efficient as external networking and research in such as resource-rich areas like capital city, but they still positively impact firm performance, so it is still very important. Next, I observed significant regional differences, suggesting firms in different regions need different strategies to maximize their performance. Lastly, firms in capital regions benefit from focusing on TCC and NC, while those in non-capital regions rely more on R&D and DC due to fewer external resources and networks. Practical implications is a lot similar to the academic one, so I will skip that. Last but not least, look at the policy implications. First, policymakers should set up testbed and foster academic industry collaboration in non-capital regions as their expertise is R&D. By that way, they can expand urban industrial complexes, and it leads them, it will provide the needed infrastructure for firms to enhance their production, productization, and marketing capabilities. Lastly, developing differentiated strategies for capital and non-capital regions is still crucial to help firms leverage their strengths and address specific needs. So in conclusion, these policy recommendations highlight the need for collaborative testbed urban industrial complexes, and this is my policy implication. Let's conclude by discussing limitations of my study and areas for future research. First, the cross-sectional design limits consistency, so future research should include longitudinal studies. And next, there's a need for qualitative research like interviews and ethnographic studies to explore factors not covered here, because my study shows the phenomenon, but it doesn't show why this phenomenon happens. So, context is very important. So qualitative research is needed. Yep, and that's it. That concludes my presentation, and thank you all for your attention. If you have any questions or would like to discuss further, please feel free to reach out to me. You can contact me with the email shown above. And thank you once again.